Good morning. You know, in our country it's said that if it rains, it's good omen. And today is the 13th oil and gas conference. So it's lucky for us. So we'll turn it around on its head, and I would promise you, today is going to be a great day. A very warm welcome to all the people who have gathered here for this HR oil and gas conference. This oil and gas conference, I've been associated for a few years now. I think it's a unique forum. Why do I call it unique? Because in terms of its domain, it's oil and gas, and I cannot think of, if anybody knows that there is any other oil and gas HR forum, then I would be enlightened. But to my understanding, this is perhaps the only forum for a lot of us in the HR community to interact with our colleagues and also with senior people, the CEOs of the industry. So in that way, it's very, very, very unique, and that's what even Alka said and Mr. Pava said. The second thing about this conference, and this time as a program director, I can authenticate that, is that the work begins fairly early. Okay, I have only seen global conferences starting preparation of the work so early. The work really began in the month of March, or was it April? And, you know, the steering committee was formed, and we met at various places. We met at SR, we met at L&T a few times, and over a lot of deliberations, we came to the theme, we came to the speakers, we came to the content. The point I want to make is that a lot of effort by the team, by the institute, has gone into making what is being presented. Today is a culmination of the effort over the last 6 months of this dedicated team. The third one is the stellar sarcast. We have very eminent CEOs from the oil and gas industry. We have the stars of the oil and gas, the HR directors, HR heads of the oil and gas sector, the who's who in the oil and gas sector present here. And it's a great interactive forum for people to share their views and conceptualize and crystallize a few thoughts. Before I conclude, I just want to mention that we deliberated on a lot of themes this time. And we discussed, as Alka said, attrition. We discussed the scarcity of talent. We discussed the aging workforce. And then we came to this topic as how do we make oil and gas as an attractive talent destination. Now, I was doing a research with some of my team members a few weeks back, a few days back, and I found out, and we dug into our literature, and we did a study, and we found that in the early 90s, if you look at the best companies to work for, there were 5 to 6 oil and gas companies, right? There were the Navratnas, the PSUs, the BPCL, and the HPCL. I think there was Reliance there. But at the top of the league was Hindustan Lever. Then there were pharmaceutical companies like Glaxo and Sandoz. And then there was this clutch of oil and gas companies in the early 90s, which people said, and I'm going to present that in my talk, were the best companies to work for. 25 years, you zoom in and come to today,